Here's something to think about. Does Google starts listening only when you say OK Google? If so, how do they know that we said OK Google and not something else? Or are such companies always listening or monitoring us? Web3 is an evolution to the current internet or current web, which enables users to have full privacy and control over their data. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Roshan, and in this video I will share what I learned about Web 3.0, starting with a brief history about Web 1 and Web 2. Then how it works and protects our privacy, followed up with 2 examples. If you just want to skip to the Web 3.0 part, you can check the timestamps below. Let's start with some history. In 1991, first web page came into existence, which marked the beginning of Web 1.0. Companies started making websites and uploading their data onto those websites. Thus, users like you and me could access those data points from any place on the globe. Of course, the places having internet, but we still couldn't add our own data to the internet websites. So Web 2.0 came into existence in the early 2000s. Now, not only companies but even users like you and me could upload our favorite dog picture, videos like the one I'm making right now, to their websites or the platforms of these companies. The data we posted on these platforms allowed these companies to analyze those data points and give us a personalized experience for free. For example, my Instagram page would look very different from yours. So to use these amazing apps for free, we willingly gave up the rights to our data to these companies and let them use however they wanted. In fact, Government of India requires companies to disclose the reason for usage of these data points even before they collect the data. So what happens is, these companies define the terms and conditions very vaguely, incorporating as many data uses as they can in future. With so much data, these companies know exactly what we like, what we are searching for, and a million other things, which they use to show us targeted advertisements. This advertisement-led model is at the center of Web 2.0 and generates huge profit for these companies. But it is a huge concern for our privacy and security. In fact, one of the largest companies in the world collects over 50,000 data points for each of its billions of users. I hardly know even 50 things about myself. Advertisement model creates a huge economic pressure to keep the audience engaged at any cost. So suppose an angry content makes you more engaged, then the algorithm will optimize itself to show you more and more things or content which makes you angry. To save us from such threats, Web 3.0 came into existence, which not only provides us read and write capabilities, but also adds trust to the system. Before we move on, this is my first YouTube video, and I would really appreciate if you could like the video for the YouTube algorithm and to support my work. Okay, Web 3.0 aims at replacing a few people in a giant tech company managing the entire system with a peer-to-peer network of people without the need of any central management. Management teams would be replaced by lines of codes running on highly secure networks called blockchain. More on this later on. I have put a few links in the description for your reference. These codes would be almost impossible to hack and will change only if the majority of people involved in that peer-to-peer network approves the change. Any and every data you upload on that blockchain will mark you as the owner of that data, and only you will have the full control over whether you want to share it or change it or anything which you want to do with that data point. Now, since you are the owner of the data and not the giant tech company, anyone who wants to use it will have to take your permission. Another striking feature of Web 3.0 is verifiability. What I mean is, you can verify any of your data point without the need of sharing that entire data point with someone. For example, in Web 3.0, you can verify that you are above a certain age without actually sharing your exact age with the website. Think of it as your digital ID is protected with a special type of encryption, like a really complicated puzzle. The website cannot put your name, image, ID number or etc. or any of its combination to see what your exact age is. However, the website can ask your encryption a question like, is your age above 18? And the code will answer. This is a very rough explanation. Check out hashing for more details. I have put a link in the description. Let's quickly take 2 real life examples of Web 3.0 and how it is changing the entire web ecosystem. First, Brave is a web browser that runs on blockchain technology. It has an inbuilt ad block feature and only shows you relevant ads. You can even surf YouTube without any ads, and if you opt out of advertisements. What's even better is you get rewarded for every ad you watch, and advertisers pay you directly. Brave browser runs on Ethereum blockchain. So let's take another example of what exactly is Ethereum. Ethereum is similar to Bitcoin. It is a programmable money, which means if X happens, then send Ethereum to Y, otherwise don't send it. The program runs on blockchain and all the data points are stored in forms of packets of code which are linked to one another. Hence, it's really difficult for any person to break that chain. Each of those packets of code comprises of three things, or basically three things. First is history of transaction or data transfer, like Ram paid Sham 10 Ethereum or David paid Jack 20 Ethereum, something like that. Second, additional information can also be stored along with those transactions. For example, when Ram paid Sham 10 Ethereum, Sham gave Ram an image of a dog or something, some data. Third, and one of the key components of blockchain is information on previous packet of code. That's how each packet of code has some data about previous packet of code and they are all linked together in a chain. That's how blockchain is formed. Believe me, if you are hearing all this for the first time, it might sound a little bit intimidating. However, just bear with me, you will get a hang of it in a very short time. If Web 3.0 is able to fulfill all the promises it has made, it will be quite revolutionary and we will get our digital lives back. With hopes and a positive note, thank you so much if you have watched till now. Please do like my video, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your fellow friends. Until next time, see you.